I'm Steve Jones from SQL Server Central and Redgate Software, and I'm testing SQL Clone image creation at scale. And so I want to show you how I did this. So I had a customer that wanted to do a large Stripe backup, so 20 backups, 20 backup files in SQL Clone. So I actually used Prompt AI to generate this script. And when I ran this, I just had the select there. It gave me this command. So I'm generating all these backup files. You can see I ran the backup and it worked. And then when I looked at the backups here, I had all these files. I put it in this folder, well, put it in the default folder, and I just moved them here so that I had them. And then I went to SQL Clone. So here I went to the create image and I had entered in the name of the server, and then it said Stripe backups, which I chose. And it initially had two of these boxes. So what I started to do is, this is essentially exactly what I did. I took the file name I had here and I copied it, and then I hit add another file, and then I pasted it in here, and then I changed the number, right? And I had done this a couple times so that I got to all the things that I needed. So there I have 32 files there, which correspond, of course, to what's here. So I've got those 32 files, all right? The sandbox up to 32. And so now I'll say continue. And what it's now doing is saying, all right, I'm not doing classification. I'm not going to do any modifications. And so I'm going to stick it here. And we're going to call this sandbox striped. And I'll just call it current. And so we'll create this image. And so what's happening is it's actually going through and reading. We'll see here that it's started. And it's a fairly small database, right? Like if you look at all these files, they're all pretty small. And so it's created this image, right? And so now if I wanted to create a clone, I could say my sandbox striped, and I'm going to skip modifications. I'll stick it here, and I'll just call this sandbox clone. And before I do that, we'll show you I don't have on this thing a sandbox clone. All right, sandbox is here. And so we'll just create the clone, and it works. And now I've got a clone created from my backup of 32 files. I guess I have to do this. Let's refresh here. And that worked fine. So hopefully you've seen how this works. SQL Clone is a very cool product. It does some really neat things. I think it works really, really well for SQL Server, giving you this just chance to just create these virtual databases. It can be hard psychologically to learn how to use them, but the product itself works fantastic if you learn how to use it, and you can change your muscle memory. So I'm Steve Jones for Redgate Software, and hopefully you enjoyed this.